welcome to another episode of the Let's Get Kraken podcast. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back. And if you are a new viewer, hi, I'm Eden. I'm the owner of Kraken Made, where I sell my handmade treasures and my own pattern designs. You can find me on Instagram as Crafting Kraken Made. You can find me and my patterns on Lovecrafts and Payhip. You can, if you have any questions about the podcast or anything that comes on the podcast, you can email me at krakenmade@outlook.com. All links to me and everything that I'm going to be talking about is going to be down below. So, we have lots, well, not as much as usual, but I've got plenty to talk about. It has been a very busy time. The past couple weeks I've had very little time to podcast, and also I kind of lacked the mojo to podcast because of how busy it's been. I've just gotten too tired to do it, but I'm back and I'm ready to get at it again. I'm going to go back to doing my every second week because the weekly thing, I can't finish enough or get enough knitting done that I'd have enough to show you that new stuff. So we'll go back to 2 weeks, and I want to do more non-podcast videos, so maybe that'll balance it out, like 1 week do, say, a vlog, and then the other week do a podcast. We'll see. My drink today is an iced coffee. Used to have ice in it, but now it's all melted. And when I was looking around for my iced coffee, I'd set it down before the podcast. I was looking around and I found another iced coffee from the other day. This is basically my summer in a nutshell. Oops. So, got lots of projects to show, and I've got some acquisitions and some very exciting shop stuff to talk about. So, let's get cracking. We're trying to get as much sunshine as we can into this room. That's why it's not my usual sitting spot. My backdrop right here is too far in the dark, and it kind of looked very sad when I sat there because there was no light. Now we're more in the sunshine, and you are probably going to see how dusty my room is by the dust that keeps getting caught in the sunlight. Keep noticing it in the camera, so sorry. Just keeping it real. I am not a duster. Oh well. But anyway, let's get into some projects. So my first project here is a crochet project. The last time I showed you this, it was, I think I had 5 squares done, maybe 6, but this is my granny square pants. I do not have a pattern to follow for this. I could do up a recipe if anybody really wanted to, and if you're wanting to make a pair of granny square pants, you can DM me on Instagram or you can email me and I will do my best to explain what I'm doing. But anyway, here it is. I have 14 squares done now, and number 15 is going on here. All these squares are done on size 2.75 millimeter hook, or a C hook. And it is all fingering weight scraps. Most of these do not have names because they are scraps that I bought off of a friend. The ones that do have names, though, I will list them. This one doesn't have a name, but it is very pretty. It's a pale pink. I just started this one today while I was at the beach. It was so nice. This project is great for taking around. I can throw a couple scraps into my project bag and just work on them wherever I go. I love working on them on car rides. It's great. Okay, so I will go through all of these. Got this lovely light orange on tweed. We've got a mix of blues and purples. This one's really pretty, pink and brown and speckles. A darker orange on tweed. Some pinks and purples. I love this one. It's one of my favorite shades of green on a tweed. This one is grays and green speckle. A gorgeous dark purple, or like a Merlot burgundy. There's a bunch of things. We've got some pale purple and brown. A really cool chartreuse. Nice lavender purple. This is Coffee Shop from Tofino Knit Co. I recently finished a pair of vanilla socks out of this. Got a light blue on tweed. And then this is Watermelon Crush that I made my Ruelle socks, which is my own pattern. And this is from Stitchcraft and Wizardry. Love that one. So yeah, this is a lot of granny squares, and it makes me so happy to see the stack. It's very satisfying, and it is continually keeping my interest. If I don't feel like finishing a pair of pants out of these, I would be happy to make this a blanket, but I'm going to keep on to make a pair of pants out of this. So that is my crochet project. It just lives on my shelf, not in a designated bag, because I am constantly working on it and adding to it, so it just sits on my shelf nicely. So that is my crochet project. I'm thinking which one to go for next. I think I'll do this one. So during the long weekend, I had gone up island to visit with my fiance and his family. It was so much fun. We had a blast. And on the way there, we had stopped at Mad About You in Nanaimo. It was lovely to see those ladies there, and I got some opal yarn. I had been wanting so much to work with opal yarn. I don't know why, it was just so many people had been making some beautiful socks out of it, and I was like, I want to do that too. Same reason I started some granny squares. Just heavily influenced by people. So I'll show you the yarn first, and then you can think about what this is going to knit up as, because I can bet you right now it's not knitting up the way you expect it would. So this color, this whole thing is in German, so I'm gonna guess 9957 there on the tag, and that's how it's knitting up. But this is their, I'm not even gonna attempt. I am not good enough to say German to do that, but it is very cool. I am working this as a toe-up vanilla sock. So I'm just in the middle of my short row heel, but look, how cool is that? Amazing. Like, it's blowing me away how this is working up. It's not what I expected it to be, but I'm not mad about that at all. It is 100% wool. I'm doing this on size 2.25 millimeter needles, US, what's that in US? US ones. And I'm just doing it magic loop. And the progress keeper is mine. It's just a little moon with stars and some cat eye beads. And this was a great project to just take on the road. It was so hot at times that I couldn't work on this because wool and heat is not fun together. It's not fun to knit with some sweaty hands, just no. But I got a lot of work done on it, and I'm so happy I did. I love having a vanilla sock for road trips. It's just so easy to not think about. I just do a plain vanilla sock, toe up, with a short row heel. Typically I do 40 rows for my cuff because I don't like super tall socks, and then a 20 row cuff of knit 2 purl 2, and bam, it's done. So this is just my road trip sock, and also I like to work on this when I'm on FaceTime or anything else, basically to have my hands moving but be able to concentrate on what's going on around me. So this is just going to be a project that gets a little work on it here and there. I'm not going to push too hard to finish it, but watch me say that, and then it's going to be done within a couple weeks. Just boom. We'll see. I've also been working on my bluegrass socks by Amy Kate of the Graceful Tangle. I'm not going to show it though because it hasn't changed a lot from the last time I showed them. And I think I'm just going to finish them and then I'll show them one last time because they've gotten lots of time on the podcast, but I'm doing those. I'm almost done. Like I just have half a foot to go and then a toe, and then they'll be done. The project that I've also been working on a lot, and I want to get this done within this month. We'll see. But I've been working on my wedding shawl. I'm getting married in the end of September, so I have almost a month and a half to go, which is insane. Just gonna take a sip of coffee. So that's coming up, and so here it is so far. This is the 2019 Mystery Advent Shawl by Molly Klatt of Homespun House. My mom had knit this shawl in 2019 and had participated in the Mystery Knit Along, and I remember this shawl just being, it's still the greatest shawl I've ever seen and felt. It's so comfortable and cozy because of the mohair, and the shape fits your shoulders perfectly, or you could wear it around your neck. It's like the best shawl I've ever known. Just without a doubt. So I needed an occasion to knit one because I'm not typically a shawl person to just knit one, but a wedding was a perfect time. So I finished the first section. This is the falling snow section. Then I'm on to the reindeer tracks section, which is very cool. I've never done this before. I'm in my second color of mohair. I am not going to list the mohairs every time I podcast because one, I don't have all the ball bands and haven't memorized their names or their numbers. I will go back and watch another episode where I did have all the ball bands, or I will hunt them down. I will talk about the names when I'm done this shawl in particular, but I am using one consistent yarn, fingering weight yarn for the entire shawl, and then I am fading the mohair colors to make it change a little bit. So I've got, this was a white mohair section. Now I'm on, I don't know if you can tell, like a lighter blue, and the mohair halo is insane. Like, ooh, so crazy. It is so cozy. Sunshine catches sunshine there. I love it. I will just stop knitting it and just be like, just throw it on because I love it so much. So this is the mohair that I'm working with currently. It's just this nice light blue. And then the main color is Stormy Weather from Tofino Knit Co. on her Surf Singles base. It is so soft and shiny and the perfect shade of a silver for this. It's gonna go so well with my wedding outfit and dress. The progress keeper I've got here is it's a little, oh, my battery's dying. Sorry. Is a little clone trooper helmet that my brother gave me that's blue. And then on the edges here, my auntie made me these blue gummy bear stitch markers, and I love them. I love how they go with it. That is just living. Oh, needles, right, needles. These are size 4mm needles, which is US 6. These are 47 inches, so that is great for on this shawl, so I don't get too scrunched up. And right now, because it's small enough, it is living in my labyrinth bag that I made. I love this bag. I'm just a labyrinth geek. It's my favorite movie, and I love anything labyrinth themed. So that is my wedding shawl that I will be working on as much as I can. I do not want to lose steam or slog through this, so I'm trying to be careful in spacing out my time of working on it a lot and then working on another project to keep me going. So far, so good, but we shall see how that goes. I will have it done for the wedding though, without a doubt. And those are the projects that I'm working on right now, that solidly working on. I've got plenty of other whips, but I will get back to those once my wedding shawl is done. And I have another shawl to do for a friend who ordered like a shawl to be made, and so I need to get that done for the fall. So once those are done, then I'll move back to my other whips. I'm in the mood to like finish off old stuff so that when I do start new projects, I don't feel guilty about starting a new project. And also my old projects, I really want them done. Like my comfort fade cardi that I had started, I had split for sleeves, and I just need to knit the body in the sleeves and the collar. Like, I want to get back on that pretty soon. That'll be perfect for fall time. I'm just ready for fall. Anybody else just like ready for cold weather? Summer's been nice. I got my vitamin D. I've got my sunburns. I'm good. Summer can be done now. Yeah. And I've got some acquisitions to show. These just came the other day, and I'm so happy with them. Tristan of Hoard Yarn is an amazing dyer and nailed these colors. I had been participating in her Disney Princess collection. I got Merida in June. Nope, I got Merida in May, and then I got Cinderella in June, and these are the July clubs. So here they are. This is Aurora, and this is Pocahontas. Pocahontas is my favorite one, also my favorite princess, because she's just the princess that I have always loved growing up. And they're just so cool. So Aurora is called Once Upon a Dream, and it is these gorgeous pinks that, I'm not a pink person. I say this a lot, but this pink is so good. It's like a really dusty pink. It's so nice. And then Colors of the Wind for Pocahontas, and I love this. I love this. These colors are the best. This mint green, you see those turquoises in there, and the browns, just, it's perfect. I want to make something with this so bad. I don't know what yet. We'll see. Probably end up being another pair of socks, or I don't know. I'd like to try something different than socks. So if you know any like not sock set patterns, do comment down below and let me know, because I would love to check that out. Oop. So yeah, these are my acquisitions, and I love them. I'm so happy with all the princesses. Yeah. And then last but certainly not least, I wanted to talk about some shop stuff. I have been working on this for a while, and it is finally coming to be. I'm very, very excited, like overjoyed about this, just this stuff and this project. It's been so great. So it is coming out this week. I think I'll put it out Thursday. This Thursday. Today is August 10th. And it will come out then. So let me grab it. So we'll start with this one. So I've brought out my own collection of notions. So here we are with the first one. This has Kraken made in the handle. I resin coated it with some blue glitter resin, and these are scissors, and they're fantastic. You can like hear how sharp they are. Like that is great for snipping some yarn or thread. Even like sewing, these are great sewing scissors as well. And it comes with a little cap, which what drew me to these scissors in the first place, because sometimes you put scissors in a bag and you worry about them like poking through the bag or cutting something that was not intended to be cut. You can just take these when you're not using them, close it, and then put the cap on, and voila! They are safe and they are the perfect size to just throw into a bag, so that is great. And then I've got a notions tin. So this one, very exciting. It's a great little tin that's got a little window in there. Peekaboo. I don't know why I did that, but just I'm very excited about this. It says Kraken made on it, that I stamped on there with some special ink that I don't think that's going anywhere. And then on the inside, I've lined it with some blue velvet to make your notions very comfortable. They will be living in the life of luxury in this tin. Each tin will come with 2 darning needles and 5 little light bulb stitch markers. And yeah, it's a wonderful little tin. It will hold a lot. This one's a sample one. I've got one that I've been using already, and it's packed to the brim, and I can see all my stuff in there if I want to. It's great. That's my second thing. And then the last thing, I think I forgot to grab it. Hang on a sec. Okay, so the last thing I have tape measures. So I've got them in their little Kraken case here, and it is a 60-inch tape measure, which is also 150 centimeters, and it is very durable and the perfect size that it will fit in a bag nicely. And so that's my last little notions of the collection. So those will be going up in the shop pretty soon. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I just ran up and down the stairs. Whew. So that is all. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.